You see the TV show?
No.
You never seen Catfish, the TV show?
No, but I just heard about catfishing.
I remember one day, bro, like when I was young. This story goes back before when I was like 16, dog. It's crazy. I was 16 and I think she was like 21.
Whoa.
Like it's crazy, you know. And I remember the only reason how I got that fucking number, dog, was because some girl gave it to me at the fucking fair when I used to live in Banga. And she gave me a fake number. I was like 16. She gave me a fake number. And I remember when I called, he was like, fucking join the room or join this, blah, 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 a whole bunch of different shit. Did you ever call it?
I called once.
Yeah, right? And
Yeah.
then I remember, like, to make a long story short, I remember one day I was coming out of school, out of high school, and I said, hey, you know what, I'm going to call. Like, my mom wasn't home, my sister wasn't home, and I called. And then I was like, oh, there's some chick answer. And then she was like, yeah, they would have fucking, now I know when the chick is faking her voice, dog, you know? And I remember she used to talk like smooth and all that. She used to be like, hey. I was like, hey, what's her name? Was Irene.
Irene.
Irene, yeah, Irene. And then I was like, hey, so we used to talk every day, bro. Every day. If I was a fucking kid, if I was 16, every day, bro,
No
we'll talk.
way.
Yeah, we'll talk every day, dude. And then, cause she gave me her number. It wasn't just like in the like.
Oh, okay.
And so then I remember one day she was like, hey, when are you gonna come to my house? Oh, before that, going back, she used to be like, she used to tell me, she used to tell me how you look. And she used to tell me how you look. She used to be like, you know what, I'm like this, blah, blah, blah. And then back then I wasn't living into the rock. I didn't even know who the rock was.
Oh, shoot.
And
Pre-rap.
yeah, that's how pre, that's how before, that's how long that shit's been, bro.
Damn.
And then I remember she was like, it's crazy, bro, because she was like, yeah, you know what? Every time I go out with the homegirls, I remember one time she was like, I went to the gas station, and there was some dudes, some cholos. She like they just stopped next to us and they wanted to talk to me and not to my homies. I was like, holy shit. You know what I mean? I'm like, dang, that's so fucking dope. You know what I mean? I was like, damn. And then you know your mind right away, bro. It's like, oh, she probably looks like this and like that. And then every time I would talk to her, she'd be like, she would tell me, oh yeah, you know what? I went to this wet t-shirt. And me being a kid, you know,
What?
she's like, I went to this wet t-shirt contest,
Huh?
and I won. I said, no way, she was there because my boobs are so big, and blah blah. I was like, no way. And me as a kid, but little virgin as fucking kid, you know what I mean? I was like, fuck, I'm a bang, dude. Like this chick must look so fucking dope. You know what I mean? I was like, fuck. All the fools want her. She winning fucking wet t-shirt contest.
Damn.
I'm like, what the fuck? Like, thank you. Like the guys have lined them up for me, stars. And then I was like, so where you live at? And of course she told me, bro, where she live at. I used to stay in Hollywood. She stayed like in South Central, you know. And I remember I got the buzz because I was a kid. All I had was my bus pass. And I remember be coming, like going to her house and the fucking bus, bro. I was like, fuck, I'm a fuck. So fight that chick. You know what I mean? Like, damn. She's like this and like that and blah, 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 blah. I got out the bus, bro. And it's crazy because we didn't even have a phone or nothing. I just wrote her address in a fucking thing. You
Crazy.
know what I mean? Like what buses to take and where to get off. Crazy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fucking bad, but I remember being kidding. Imagine if we're 16, I would have got kidnapped, anything. But I'm going to a
Yeah.
stranger's fucking house.
Far away.
Far away that my mom didn't even know because she thought I was in school. You know what I mean? And I remember, bro, I show up and then I remember I'm there, right? And then I knock on the door and there's some cute chick, like, open the door. You know what I mean? And I was like, holy shit. I was like, Irene? She was, no, that's my sister. And I'm like, holy shit, that's her fucking sister? Like, I just imagine how she looks like, dude. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, she's like, you want some water or something? And I was like, yeah, you think I can get some water? She's like, yeah, she's like, you want to come in? I'm like, no, I'll wait outside. And she's like, okay. It's always there, bro. No joke. She comes back with a cup of water, and like the water is glass. And I remember I like, sip on that shit. And I remember I put it, and the floor was like wood. Like the wood, like, you know, like que se mueve.
Oh, yeah.
I remember I put it right there, and I'm waiting for it, and I'm like, dang, this girl must be good. You know what I mean? Like real shit. And I remember fucking, I heard like, and I was like, and I saw the cup. Like you remember, you know, like
No.
surf. They do like in Jurassic Park,
Yeah.
and then
Little pulse.
they did a pause, yeah, like that. And I was like, and then I remember like she opened the door, bro, and I was like what the fuck, bro?
Yeah.
Not to make fun of nobody or talk bad about nobody,
Yeah.
bro. She was like 380, 380, bro. She was like bald
Oh my.
and all that shit, bro. And I remember I was like, she's like, hey, and I was like, where's the read? And she was, it's me, silly. I was like, you completely lied. And
You
then she
told
goes,
her?
yeah. And then she's like, no, I didn't. Like, I won a t-shirt contest. And I was like, bro, I didn't tell her that, you know. And I was like, she's like, you want to come in? You know, we can still hang out. It's still me, you know. And then I was just like, all right, can I get some water though? I already drank this one. It was just like a little bit left. When she went inside, bro, ran. And I jumped over that little fence that she had, and I ran home.
That's
I was
crazy.
like, fuck that, dude. And after that, I was like, damn, I got catfish.
Yeah.
And I was still call, you know, as a fucking kid being bored. And call, but that shit used to be funny because you used to like run into stupid ass fools. Like
Yeah.
gang banging on the phone, bro.
Yeah.
Where you from, homie? I'm gonna go catch you slipping. Like, why? Like, who are you? Imagine somebody out there was stupid enough to be like, yeah, I live here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, girls will actually give it the address, bro.
No way.
I remember me and Malik one day, we fucking, that is how long this was, bro. Years ago. I remember, like, we're calling the P light, and we run into some chicks. And then they were like, yeah, we live over here by Echo Park. And, no, Atwater. We live by Atwater, by Silver Lake, Atwater, Silver Lake. And then we're like, really? She's like, yeah, he goes, my number. You guys are welcome to come to my house. Me and Malik were like, fuck yeah. I told Malik, Malik used to know about the buses and all that
Mm-hmm.
shit. But he was like, yeah, I know how to get there, Jaime. Just tell her, like, if she has a homegirl. That's you got a homegirl. She goes, yeah, we have a homegirl. She's going to be waiting for you guys. I was like, hell yeah, who fucking dumb ass fucking kids, bro. And I remember we got on the fucking bus and we're going. And then after that, bro, we go and we couldn't find the address. And I called her, bro. This is where we should have known. Okay, you know, this is what we should have known. And I was like, hey, we're over here. She's like, just keep walking down. We're walking up. And I was like, what are you guys wearing? Oh, a shirt and a thong. Right there for my baby. We're like, holy shit. My nigga was like, dodge the business. Well, we went to a house and nobody was there.
Yeah, makes sense.
Just to get on the bus and then we went back and we're like, we got played with it. We wasted all day.
How long did it take you to get there?
Like, fucking the bus, like an hour and a half. And an hour and a half to come back home.
Man, 3 hours.
Wasted, bro. We
Yeah.
could have got blasted, jacked, kidnapped.
Mm-hmm. In the wrong hood.
Hell yeah, bro. Like,
Wow. Yeah, that's
it's just crazy. Like, shit that you did now, like, you tell the kids, like, don't do that. It's dangerous. And we used to do stupid shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know what the stupidest thing I think we did as kids?
Mm.
Me was ditch and still be in school. Like, walking around school. That was like the most idiotic shit. 'Cause
Oh yeah.
I could have just been in class
Mm-hmm.
instead of walking around, but we were trying to be cool.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like I remember that shit, dude. I remember I used to be like, I don't want to go. And I used to just walk around school. I used to go chill in the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Go tag in the bathroom.
Try to stay away from.
Yeah,
the
trying to stay
teachers.
away. Yeah. Or else sometimes I remember I would ditch and walk in front of my class, like thinking that was cool.
No way.
That was like why, bro? Like I
What?
wish I would go back and slap myself.
Yeah, that's dumb. That's crazy.
Those are those my dogs.
No.
This was right here, chill. It was Chubbs.
Over there?
You see, this was like a lot of people when they come, they tell me like, tie up your dogs, tie them up, tie them up. I'm like, why am I gonna tie them up, bro?
Yeah, they're chilling.
I'd rather them know you when they know like, oh, okay, so I'm able to kiss, so he's cool with them to be here,
Mm-hmm.
and they know like if I don't let them out, like nah, bro,
Yeah.
like nah, like I'm not gonna bring anybody just here.
Yeah,
Who's that like really cool in their back, bro?
yeah. Yeah, what trips me out is that they memorize your smell, you know?
Yeah.
How do they do
And
that?
they know me. Like for example, after Chubbs, when I come out, I'm like, what's up, Chubbs? And I
Mm-hmm.
show that fool how to nod his head. So when I come out, I'm like, what's up, Chubbs? I was like,
Oh, shit, man.
when I
So,
walk up
so,
to him, I'm like, what's up, my boy? And that fool gives me his fucking paw.
no way.
Like, what it do, man?
Solid dog.
And then you know what too, because you know that when I had my surgery and like you know when I lost my balance and I couldn't walk.
Yeah.
I remember sometimes I needed to get something from the floor, and I was be like, Chubbs, come here. And that fool would come from now, and he would let me, and I would like hold on to
Mm-hmm.
him and pick it up. And he knows like I'm like sometimes when I get the water hose, even though he's scared because he thinks I'm a fucking wetter.
Yeah.
I'm like, Chubbs, come here, I need your help. Like the last time he was right here, right? And I was over there, and I'm like, Chubbs, I need your help, man. I'm like, my back hurts, dude. And he's like, look somewhere else. He was like
Just,
looking
yeah.
at the plans,
Mm-hmm.
like that. He looked at me like side eye. And then I was like, Chubbs, I'm not gonna wait you, bro. I promise you, I'm not gonna wait you. I was like, this my fucking back hurts like a motherfucker. And I went and fucking hold on to it, got the water hose, and I fucking water everything. Man, I remember I used to tell Logan, come here. I full believe, bro, be like a little old scary ass.
No way.
Oh, but going back to the P line, bro, she used to be funny, dude.
That's crazy. Yeah, the P line. Yeah.
I remember when I used to live over there at my apartment. I don't want to say the city. You know where I used to live.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when Hugo, Tony, well, everybody would go roll call, and I'll have a phone. Remember, and I'll have this shit on speaker, and
Oh.
we'll be fucking sitting there talking, and all that shit. She used to be fun,
Yeah,
bro.
you're coming from your house?
Yeah,
Coming the P line from your house.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, nobody knows your number, bro.
Yeah, but it was free to call P line.
Yeah, it was free. It was a local
You didn't,
213.
you didn't have to put a quarter in.
Nah, it was my phone.
No, but even at the street, like. 'cause
Oh no,
I
at the street there was a code that we used to have every Pacific Bell.
Yeah,
It was the 101522.
yeah. Oh,
So
they
I,
use that one.
that's how I used that code. I remember we used to sit there for hours for the phone. Remember?
Yeah,
Remember that phone that used to be across the street from Winona?
yeah.
I remember we used to go there and we used to sit there and talk. That's the phone I used to call you from.
Mm-hmm.
But I with them, I'm about to go to Winona.
Yeah,
Like fucking like we're gangsters or like drug dealers. We're fucking little kids.
yeah.
Fucking say, remember I used to be like, hey, fuck, I got some Doritos. Fucking cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
And the soda was weed. I used to be like, hey, fool, I got soda and Doritos. Used to be like, hell yeah. If I'll be right there, then we used to go. Fucking right there with all that smoke. And then I remember I used to go to the liquor store. Remember that
Oh,
liquor
yeah.
store with the Aras?
And I used to play arcades. All
Yeah,
the
we used to
time.
go there and fucking I remember we used to go get a cigar. And that's what he used to tell me all the time. I know you're not old enough, but you're a big guy. I said, thanks, bro. Remember we used to go and chill with the cigars.
Yeah.
And we used to be, it was just me and you. And I remember then we saw all those fools chilling at the bottom. We're like, hey, go see who the fuck those fools are. And then when it was fucking Tabs, the EIs, Dawn,
Dawn.
and all those fools. And then after a while, Malik came.
Yeah.
And we were like, what the fuck is this guy? And then after that, we stopped chilling on Winona and we moved to Russell.
Yeah. But he was like probably his Beitiro's friend. I
Ghoul.
think. Ghoul's friend.
Ghoul. It was Ghoul's
Yeah.
cousin. I remember when I went to Ghoul's pad the first time with Cassandra. That was like the dopest experience to me. If I was a young bug, bro.
Oh, with Cassandra.
Remember? I remember if I think,
Dude,
like to me, I felt like that shit was like a fucking dream. Because I remember, swear to God, bro, and everything I love, all bullshit aside, dog. I remember I was in the bus and I got off. I was going to Ghoul's house, but I got off Normandy instead of getting off on Edgemont. Right? So the girl, no, I'm lying. I got off at fucking Kenmore because there was a stop right there
Oh yeah.
on Kenmore. So I saw Cassandra get off on Kenmore and I was talking to her. So she got off and then I got off. And then I was like, hey, you think I could have your number? And then she's like, yeah, I live in the house right there. And then that's when I got introduced to the Kenmore Hood Red House. Yeah, and then I remember I stopped. I remember I looked and I was just like, you stay right there. She goes, yeah, this is my number. And I was like, all right. She goes, you can call me if you want. And then I was like, yeah. She's like, what are you doing? I told her, what are you doing today? And back then, I used to live with my mom. My mom was strict. She used to beat the shit out of me all the time. So I said, fuck it, I'm gonna risk it all, bro. I know a pussy's gonna be worth an ass whooping. You know what I mean? So I remember I was like, so you wanna meet up? And I was so nervous, bro. She was fine as fuck, remember, dude?
Yeah, I remember.
Fucking
I
beautiful ass
remember
girl,
being
dude.
beautiful,
Pretty as chick. And then I remember I was like, "Oh, you want to meet up?" It was we had this buddy came out of Hollywood High. Hollywood High, bro. That's how long this shit is, bro.
yeah.
Fuck. I was like, no, it wasn't Hollywood High. I was getting coming from Hollywood, not Hollywood. I was ditching Marshall coming. Yeah,
No, I'm saying emotions.
I got confused. So I told her, hey, you want to meet up later? And I'm like, she gonna say no. You know what I mean? She's like, yeah. She would just hit me up. I said, okay. And I remember I went home and the whole afternoon, Chris, swear to God, bro, I'm thinking like, how am I gonna do this? How am I gonna come home and sleep today? I was like, how am I gonna do this shit, dude? I was 15, bro. Yeah, I was 15 years old.
That's crazy.
And I was like, how am I gonna do this? And I was like, fuck, man. And I remember I told my sister because she was the only one. And I was like, hey, I'm not gonna come home tonight. She's like, why? Where you going? And I was like, I'm gonna go with some girl at a party. She goes, you know, my mom's gonna beat my ass. I said, I don't care. I'm just telling you so you're not worried. All right? And then I remember I went to the bathroom. You know, I used to have the big ass cord phones. And I took the shit to the bathroom and I called and I was like, please answer, you know, and I was like, fuck. And then boom, some other girl answered. And then I was like, hello, I said, I speak to Cassandra? Who's this? Robert? You fucking with my sister? And I
Oh,
was like, no, I'm just your friend. I'm just fucking with you. Hold on. Cassandra, what? Somebody's on the phone for you. And I'm like, oh shit, she gave me the right number. What the fuck? And I was like, holy shit. And she got on the phone. And then I was like, hey, this is Robert. And I was like, that's when Robert was created, bro. And I was just like, yo, this is Robert. And she was, oh, I was like, we just met at the bus. And then she goes, yeah, what's up? You still want to meet? Yeah, for real. You know who this is, right? She's like, yeah, silly. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, where do you want to meet? And then she's like, what about 7 o'clock, right there at Edgemont? I mean, yeah, at Edgemont and Hollywood. Be there. Because I'm escaped. I live in a group home. And I was like, holy shit. I was like, I don't know what that is. And then she was, it's a whole bunch of girls that live here. You know, like, blah, blah. She was telling me the whole thing.
crazy.
And I was like, okay. And she goes, okay, it was 5 o'clock, bro. And I was like, okay. I remember I hanged up the phone. And I was like, fuck, how do I do this? Like, I'm actually going to be with a chick. Like, what the fuck? Like, what am I going to wear? What the fuck am I going to wear? And so I took a shower, bro. I remember I put some white pants on.
White?
Yeah, some white pants. I was trying to look cool, bro. And then I put some white pants and I walked to Ghoul's house. I remember I walked to Ghoul and Ghoul's there with Malik. And I remember when Malik is there. And then Fanta was in the room and I told Ghoul, hey, Ghoul, man, I need a payment, bro. What? And I was like, there's this girl, bro. Oh, you gotta let me hit. You know what I mean? I was like, you know how that freestyle?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I get a girl, but like, well, I don't have nowhere to take her. Take her to the park. I was like, come on, for them, can I bring you here? And then fucking Fanta, his sister, heard, ain't no baits coming over here. And I was like, come on, Fanta, I hook you guys up with some herbs, some shit. She's like, nah. And I was like, come on. And I told Ghoul, and the Ghoul was like, yeah, but you guys bring her, but tell her to have a homework. I was like, all right. And I remember if I was nervous as fuck, bro. I was like nervous. I was like, damn, I'm a hit. And then I remember when 7:15 came, and I told Ghoul, I'm gonna go pick her up. And Ghoul's like, she's probably gonna be this fat bitch. She doesn't even exist. Blah 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 blah. And I remember fucking I went, and I was there waiting, bro. And I was like, she's not gonna come. And then I saw her jump the fence. And then she ran towards me, dude. And she's like, hey. And I remember I hugged her. And then she kissed me. And I was like, holy shit. Like right there, I was like, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, God. And then
Yeah.
God was like, oh, thanks, son. Remember, beat it up. All gas, no brakes. Never spin. And I remember I walked. And I remember I fucking liked the ghouls. By this time, it was already 7:30 because I went to a little market that used to be right there.
Mm-hmm.
We went there, like I remember I bought sodas and I bought a bunch of shit. I remember I went to Ghoul's house and I bought Phillies. Garcia Vegas, because that's the only place I could roll was like Garcia Vegas. And I remember I sat there and I was like, look, girl, this is Cassandra girls. Like, you have any homegirls? Damn, fool. I was like, and then Malik was like, hey, you have any friends? And then after that, we started making out, and I told Go, like, hey, freaking bounce, bro. Like, let me chill. And I remember fucking Fanta came out, and she's like, what the fuck? And I was like, come on, man, don't fuck it out. But I hooked her up with some herbs. She's like, you better not get my sofa's dirty. I was like, your sofa's not dirty already. And I remember I chilled with her, bro, and we did what we did, bro. And then after that, she was like, hey, I'm hungry. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna get some food. I'm like, remember Pings?
Uh-huh.
I was like, I'm gonna order for Pings. And then she's like, okay. And I remember when I was ordering, she took off.
No way.
Yeah, so she left. I remember we were looking for her. She took off. She went back to the group home. And that's when Malik and Go and we went. And that fool was like, hey, Cassandra. And that girl that was fucking with Go came out and goes, what are you guys doing? And then she fucking flashed that for Go.
No way.
And then Go was like, holy shit, can I suck on him? And she was jump the fence. And then Malik and that fool jumped the fence and then went in there. Remember that story? And they
Yeah.
went in there. And they were there chilling and all that. And then the staff came.
Mm-hmm.
And then the staff was in the fucking closet, bro.
Yeah.
Like, get the fuck out of here. I'm call the fucking cops. And they were like, we're minors. We're minors. Like, get the fuck out of here. What the fuck you tall motherfucker? How old are you? Like 30? He was like, I'm 17. I was like, come on, guys, let's go. And they took the girl with them. The girl was like, I'm leaving with you guys. Remember, she moved in with Go for like a month?
No way. No
Yeah,
way.
bro. Jeff used to have her that we know them with us, chilling with us. And yeah. And after that, I started talking to some girl from there. I introduced them. And then Cassandra got passed around, bro. She got passed around with the wife in, with the EI, with everybody, bro. But she always will acknowledge me.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I remember she was cute. I saw her one time.
Yeah, bro. It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you know the stars light up, bro.
Mm-hmm.
When you least expect it, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I remember the Campbell Hood White House, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I put them on the map.
Crazy. Yeah. Yeah, I met up with one of the girls there too.
See, I even hooked you up, bro. You see?
Yeah, that's crazy. Back in 1990.
That's back in the.
95, 96.
No, I was in the 97.
Mm.
Oh, yo, bro.
Yeah, crazy times. We're still in high school. The streets were very violent.
Yeah, but with Hollywood chilling, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember that's been my shit for always, like females, dude.
Right.
But like back in the days, I was like a dog that chases cars. Once he caught it, he didn't know what to do with it. Cause I was a young punk, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Didn't have anywhere to go.
Yeah, never know where to go, nowhere to chill, nowhere nothing.
Yeah.
And then when I got my own apartment, that was cool, but it wasn't the same, bro. Because I was onto other shit.
Yeah, you're into working.
Yeah, working, bro. You know, so
Mhm.
it was different.
Yeah,
But before that,
that's nice. Real life sometimes is good to you.
explore, bro.
Yeah.
Those, cause you know, those are cool stories that I say now. Like, oh, I did this and I did that, and you know what I mean? Like stupid shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy because the girls that lived there, the one where we broke up, she disappeared.
Oh, she was actually your girl.
Yeah, she was
That's
my
crazy.
girl.
Yeah, you're welcome, William.
Yeah, and one day she just disappeared. We got into a fight. What happened is we got into a fight because she was acting dumb that day. I don't know why, you know. And then while I was chilling with the homie, this other girl came and hugged me, fool. And like I thought I saw somebody like come and leave, like, and I think that was her like coming back to apologize. And then she saw this
Like in the
girl.
movies, and she's like, you know what? I can't lose him. He's the one. I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna call him Neo. He's the one.
Neo,
And then when
Neo.
she was walking, she saw you hugging her. She was
I
like,
wasn't hugging her. She hugged me.
it's just for a female, bro.
I know, but I just
Hell no.
reference to
But
me.
like you could tell female like listen, you know how that's why me I don't like to hug. I don't like doing this shit. When I see a female, I'm like, I said, bro, because one, I don't want a female to be like, oh my god, he trying to touch me, he trying to feel on me, or this and that. Because you know, in high school, anything fools will do that shit. Well, even now, where's my hug so they could get that boob of fucking feel, so they could hug them and feel on them. We're not fucking stupid, bro. You know what I mean? That's why I tell my girl, don't be hugging nobody. That's what fools do. Hey, girl, where's my hug? Right here, bitch.
Stupid.
You know what I mean? Because this is for the gym. He's cool as fuck, bro. But he tells me, I'm like, yeah, for you do this shit to get your foot out. He goes, hell yeah. Every time there's a girl comes, like, what's up, girl? And he hugs and feels on there, and the girl's like, hey, you know, like, para tú te dejas.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
yeah, for the P-line was funny, though.
Yeah.
I wonder
Connect
what
with a lot
happened
of
to those
people.
girls, man.
Yeah. Imagine how many people are like they're kids
They
of those
banged.
people. Yeah, and then they had kids together.
Imagine, bro.
A lot.
I
Hundreds.
remember always, I can't say it, but I remember like chilling with her. I was like, dude, like, how? From being dry like a desert for years and years
Right.
to that chick out of nowhere, bro, like,
Yeah, yeah.
I'll bang you 100.
For what?
And she'll be like, I'll bang you
Mm-hmm.
100%. Like, for sure? Like, yeah.
And
That's why my boys are like, oh, yeah, you gotta pay, you gotta do this. I'm a boy swags. How you come through the game.
mm-hmm. So you gotta have somewhere to go
Yeah, now, that's not now, but I'm saying, though, like,
though.
oh, I remember when I used to chill with my friend, Kathy. Remember my coworker?
Mm-hmm.
And then I remember she used to be like, yeah, man, like, you know, you have to be smart. I'd be like, really, how? She used to be like, girls want the same thing as guys want. But if you always act like behind them, you're gonna get friend zoned. Girls don't want that. Act like they don't matter. And watch. I said, for real, I'm telling you, I'm a girl. And I was like, all right, I started acting like that, dude. You know what I mean? Not like a super asshole, but like, whatever. You call me, you call me, you don't call me, you don't call me.
Yeah,
And then, man, dude.
that's crazy.
That's what Rob leveled up in the pimp game.
Oh, okay.
Like, 'cause that's what life is about. Whatever. That's why I'm telling you, everybody I have met had contributed, had put something into my character development.
Mm. Well, yeah, you adapt.
Adapt.
Yeah.
Adopt those dogs.
Oh, sorry. You adapt too.
From Ascridge, I didn't know you went out with somebody from the Camel Hudra house.
Yeah, for like a month, I think.
And I remember they used to go to Marshall.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, they used to go to Marshall.
Yeah, I met her in Marshall, and then I found out she lived there. I was like,
And I remember some chick, she was cool. At first, she hated me, right? Because she's like, you just go over there and try to fuck the girls and this and that. And I was like, nah, like, I actually don't. And then I remember, like, I was in trouble, and then she passed and she goes, hey, I heard that it's not you that be calling and, like, hanging up. I'm like, why would I? She goes, yeah, you're pretty cool dude. She was cool. And then after that, everybody just disappeared, bro.
the whole house
The
disappeared.
whole house disappeared.
Damn it.
And then after that, like, I remember I went one day and I was like, oh, I even went with, remember that morena que vivía with that fool, at Russell, AJ or JC, and her name was JC.
Was a girl?
Yeah, it was a girl. It was those morenas, and they were young. They were younger than us, and they used to live in that building that had that pool that we used to go fucking swim in.
Oh.
I know you remember that she used to have a brother, a black fool, and
Yeah.
that we used to have like a fucking Cadillac.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know their names, but I think I remember seeing them.
It was crazy, bro. I forgot how they came to me. What was I gonna say? Oh, so I remember that fool Tabs came up on a dog named Tyson that I had got, right? So I remember I told that fool like, hey, bro, you know what? My cousin wants it in Palmdale. You think I could give me a ride over and I give you some gas? That fool said for sure. We went all the way over there to Palmdale. When I came back, I fool was like, you know any bitches? And I was like 100%. That fool was like 21 already though.
Who?
The black fool.
Oh, okay.
The girl's brother, the homie JC's
Oh,
brother.
okay.
And then that was already 21. And they was like, with the bitches, I'm like, I know a spot. And I remember that fool in his car. I remember he was bumping music, bro, like boom, boom, boom. And I remember that fool stopped in the middle, and all the girls came out. Fool, like,
No way.
and I remember that fool stopping. That fool was all tatted up already. He was a crib, and that fool was all tatted up, and that fool just stopped and like he walks to ride. And like two chicks away, and they jumped the fence and they took off.
No way. From right there, from
Right
the.
there for the Camel Hood house.